The reason why your city is weak in this game, let me just put this out there to you. This is not to take any shots at anyone, but we're taking shots at people. Yeah, let's call a spade what a spade is. Now, where a lot of people go wrong is they focus on their city looking shiny. What I mean by that is having a shiny city doesn't make it a strong one. Having good officers is what makes your city shine. Just remember that whenever you're building in this game, don't think of anything other than I need big officers. I need good officers. That's it. Don't focus on anything other than officers. This is your bread and butter in this game. This right here. This is all your bread and butter. If you want to become a strong if you see someone and their office power is 60 million, 80 million, forget their titans. They don't even need good titans or good thingy. They'll just destroy you. And if you're a dumb player at this game, then what you do is you focus on the other way around. And I'll give you an example. This is the subject named Hippo. Big bum. He's always been a bum. He's a C35. Just by his whole account, you could tell he's an idiot. But what he likes to do is he invests a lot of money in making his account look shiny. So anything that comes out, he'll buy the shiny things that make the account look shiny. He's a shiny lover. Look, he bought this. He bought the new let's say what's this? The new Titan lady, yeah? And look, it's a good investment. This is really good. Like it looks good in battle, blah blah. Yeah, no problem. 8 million on his officer levels, yeah. But then yeah, whatever. Now this is him in battle, yeah, with his new Titan. But them Titans is not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Even at the end of the battle, yeah, he's invested like, let's say argument's sake, he's invested like, just for argument's sake, he spent about 7 to 8 grand on both officers, and they've only killed 31,000. That's not a good investment. That's bad. Look, 13. I'd rather do what? He didn't really get that much kills. This is why I said he's a poor player. Because that to me is dumb. Look at his stats. If he was working on his officers, these stats would be higher than what they are now. These are poor stats for someone who spent so much money on officers. So on his Titans. So don't having good Titans is a look. Having good Titans is good, but having officers is better. I'll give you an example. So let's go into officers. We're going into my officers. Yeah, all my officers here are 6 stars. All of them, every single one. If you want to buy this account, just DM me and we can break a deal. Right now I'm trying to sell it. If you can give me a good price, we can get rid of this account. But anyway, just back onto this. Say for argument's sake, you go onto my Alexandria, and then you go into her 6 stars. These are the stuff that I have. Now, I haven't really invested a lot of money other than the money that I spent already on her. So if you look, this is what I have right now. Yeah. But say for argument's sake, I want to reduce damage taken from my long range troops. Yeah, it's at 6.1. Ideally, this is ideally, yeah. What I want is to get my damage reduction up. Wait, I'm doing it wrong. And then, yeah, so you'll show you the stats. I want to get my reduction to damage to about there. 4.9. Yeah. If I well it here, it'd be 5.4. You know what I'm saying? Now, it'd probably be more. That's just 5.4. But it'd probably be more, yeah, because mine right now is 6.1. So that's 5.4 just at its base level. So at 18, it'd probably be like 20, 30. But to gamble, you have to keep gambling. Or you can stack up on these. But who's really well like that that's going to stack up until you get 1,000 of these just to get one of these? Now, I would always put everything into damage reduction. That's where everything would go for me. Because damage reduction is probably, if you got higher damage reduction, even if you're not that strong, it's harder for the city to kill you. So even at the end of the battle, you've killed more than they've killed of you. So say for instance, all my damage reduction, and I learned this from like a OG at this game. He taught me increasing damage and reduction damage is the most important skill on your officers. Yeah. Obviously, you still need to have your attack decent, your attack, blah blah blah, melee troops, blah blah, all of that. But the most important is that. But anyway, you want your officer level to be at a certain level. Because if we go into what Hippo is, he hasn't really got good damage stats. He ain't got really good any stats, as we could see from before. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Look at these guys talking about me in the chat. Yeah, anyway, back to the video. Most players, just like Hippo, he was talking crap about me and I burnt him. Go watch my older videos, you'll see. I had him on the rope so much, Elite kicked me out and tried to burn me because I was burning him so frequently. I turned into a rule breaker, allegedly, because I kept burning him. But yeah, you start, don't be careful what fires you start, because I'll definitely burn you. I'm a burner. I'm a burner. Yeah? Just wait, this is a commercial break right now. What happened, man? It might look like I took more of an L, but I never, because I just wanted to kill. See what I'm saying? I can't even play that video, but yeah. If you go to my YouTube, you'll see that video. But anyway, back to what I'm saying to you lot, yeah? You want to focus on officers more than anything. And not just anything to do with officers. You want to focus on damage increase and damage reduction. I would say damage reduction is more important than damage increase. And I'll tell you why. Yeah, look. Let me show you why. I can't even read German, bro. So you just write in German to me. I don't care. You can't diss me in another language. It just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, look. Look at the damage reduction here, yeah? This is what, like, my account's not even that strong, yeah? But I want to get my melee troops up to about 70.4. I want to increase my damage to about 90. Then I want to increase my increased damage to long-range troops to about 80, 84. Increased damage to mid-range troops. Now, my mid-range has been really bad, but I know how to fix it. See? You have to know how to fix it. This is how you fix it. This antique right here. See, antiques are good for a reason. If you're spending money, don't neglect your antiques, because they give you little power-ups. Oh, that's nice. Let me see. What was that? Oh, that's dead. I'm all thinking that's good. 0.6, blah, blah, blah. It's crap. But I know how to fix it. So go here. And we'll go here. And this is how you would fix it. You would go here and you would buy this. Now look at him. He does reduction to damage taken from mid-range troops, 0.9. Now, if you can get that up to, let's say, 6 stars, it increases damage to this. But remember, while you're doing this, it's getting your damage, your reduction damage more on here. Does that make sense? So, say for argument's sake, you got stormtroopers, yeah? Now, look, your reduction to damage is 0.9 on top of what your stats is already, yeah? Now, I'll get that again. I think it's 0.9 again, so that would be 1.8, yeah? I'm just a mathematician, you know, I'm fast with it. And then if you go up from there, it'll be 2.7. And then by the time you get it to your increased damage, 0.2, your damage reduction's gone up from probably nearly, let's say 8%. Now, or 6%, probably 6%. 6 times 9, that'd be 45 now. So you'll be about nearly 6%. Now, for someone like myself, 6% in reduction of damage does a big thing. But I'm not a mid-range player. But what you do when we say reduction of damage, listen closely to what we're saying. And this is where people go wrong on this game. You have to really focus on these little minor details. It says reduction. It says reduction damage taken from mid-range troops. So that means that when a mid-ranger is attacking you, his damage reduction is down by argument's sake, that's 6%, so it'd be 60.8. No, it'd be more than that actually. It'd probably be like 69, or more than 69. It'd be about 70 now. So it'd be 70. If I upgraded that, it'd be about 70. So that means that when a mid-range is trying to hit me, it'll be reduced significantly, which I don't have at the moment. So I know where I'm slacking. I know what I need to invest in. I just need to have my focus in the right focusings. You know what I'm saying? But that's where a lot of people go wrong. Damage reduction and increase and decrease is the most important thing in this whole game. I've destroyed accounts stronger than mine just by my damage reduction and my thing being stronger. I can show you many accounts like people who are just stronger than me that was an elite, that have higher HP and higher attack. But my damage reduction and my officers and upgrading that BTs and like BTs and stuff, it just made a big difference and I whacked them. So don't ever underestimate maxing out all the BTs, especially on the drill officers. What? The drill masters are the most important right now. If you get all of these, if you can get all of these maxed out, I'm talking about all of these maxed. So every single breakthrough skill maxed, every single breakthrough skill maxed, bro, you are a force to be reckoned with. You are a force. Mine's are not, but yeah, I'm going to show you all. But yeah, that's what you want to do because that's where the real money is. You do that on them drill masters, you have become an ultimate killing machine. I would even say on normal officers, like just those officers, just on drill masters, if you can get them all maxed out, I'm telling you, accounts are going to find it hard to beat you. Just like you'll be stronger than many accounts. But I call it the long game because it's not, you can't do it in a day or two or a month. It takes like, well, it depends you're spending. Even if you spent like crazy, you still wouldn't be able to get because you only can buy certain officers once a week. So you'd have to take your time. But officers is the best investment in this game. Titans, yeah, get them to gold. And if you want to go above it and beyond, then do it. But I'd say more, that's scumbag. I'd say more do it like that. Does that make sense? Because that's where your bread and butter is going to come from. So make officers be your focus and not Titans and shiny things. You know what I'm saying? Like people like shiny things. Like, look at that thing on my city. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? And other shiny things like, oh, look at that. You got that. But then your officers are crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like players like Nemesis and Alpha, they can focus on them shiny things because it really makes their city stronger. You know what I'm saying? Alpha's looking crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? But normal people like me and you, we should just focus on just trying to get our city. But there's some good players here, man, in Lily. I don't diss everybody, you know what I'm saying? But there's some dumb bums, man. But anyway, people, another video, what to invest in. But yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. 899, one of the last videos in 899.